In recent weeks, we've had some major changes in the world of strength sports. Hafthor Bjornsson announcing on his YouTube channel that he will be coming back to powerlifting, and then in 2024 he'll be returning to strongman once again. As well as that, we have Eddie Hall announcing that he will be trying his hand at bodybuilding.
Yes, so Thor is coming back into the strongman next year, and this year he will try to break the world record in powerlifting, raw plus reps, right? That's the category, and the current world record is
Daniel Bell.
Yes.
Daniel Bell holds the record at 1,182.5 kilos.
Yes.
Thor's current personal record, which was held in 2018, is 1,100 kilos.
That's 5 years ago.
5 years ago.
Yeah. Probably one of his best years when it comes to strongman and strength in general. And then straight after, he took a couple of years off to do the boxing training for Eddie Hall fight. And now he's coming back into the powerlifting, and then the following year he will come back into the strongman, most likely.
Yeah. So last weekend we had the Arnold Strongman Classic.
Yeah.
Hafthor Bjornsson announced at the Arnold Strongman Classic that he'll be competing at Arnold Strongman Classic next year, hopefully.
I have two shows in mind. That's the Arnold Strongman Classic show here in Columbus, Ohio.
As well as that, the Rogue Invitational.
And then Rogue Invitationals. And it's definitely not going to be a walk in the park.
Yeah, he will try to come back. But first of all, I want to see, can he really break that world record? Like in the last video, his training video on YouTube, he said that he's, I think, aiming to squat 500 kilos. Then he will need to do what? About 270 bench.
Yeah.
And
at least a 410 deadlift.
410 at least, or 415 or 420. So it's a very big task, especially for the squat. To squat 500 kilos for his size as well, because he's very tall guy. He's 6'9".
Yeah.
Daniel Bell. He's not.
Guy.
Yes, he's shorter guy. He did Thor did a deadlift session in the Arnold Classic.
Yeah. So they did a 1v1 deadlift session.
Yeah. And Daniel Bell looked
very short.
Yeah, very short, and his 390 kilos looked very comfortable as well.
Very, very comfortable.
Yeah. So I don't know. Will he try to reclaim if Thor breaks that record? In upcoming years. So we'll see. But my biggest concern is, can Thor squat that 500 kilos?
Yes.
In that meet, he squatted 460, but he was disallowed. They're saying there was an issue with the depth. 440 actually looked, kind of in my eyes, looked a bit worse than 460, but the refs thought that 160 the squat wasn't maybe deep enough. He couldn't get the angle.
So it's currently March of 2023, and he wants to try break it before the end of the year, which is what, say, December will give him.
Yeah,
he has 9 months.
Yeah,
to try to get this weight.
He needs to get to these numbers by December.
Yeah, which is a lot of weight.
It's a lot of weight. I don't think it's that achievable, to be honest.
Like at the moment, he's squatting 350 kilos in his YouTube videos.
Yeah.
So he's 150 kilos to add to a squat.
Yeah, but 500 kilos is so much weight. Yeah. It's insane. And then he, Daniel Bell, is probably that's all that he does. He's a powerlifter. He did that like most of his life, most likely. Yeah. And Eddie Hall, he took a massive break, 2-year break from lifting weights. Just to get ready for the Eddie Hall fight, and I think it will sort of affect him going to that 500 kilo squat. In general, all these lifts, I think he needed probably 2 years of just pure powerlifting to have a chance to break the world record. And now he's trying to do that basically in 1 year of proper training. And as much as Thor is a freak of nature, I can't see him beating that record.
No, it's a lot of weight to put on the body, especially in 9 months. You're talking, if he gets the weight, how many injuries is he going to pick up along the way? That's the biggest thing.
I think you're right. I think that's the biggest concern for me when it comes to getting ready for that world record, is the injuries that might come with it. Yeah. Especially when you're going on to such a heavy weights when it comes to squat.
In such a short amount of time.
In such a short amount. I don't know. I don't think that his muscles and tendons are ready. I don't think that they conditioned to have that much weight under his body.
Yeah, he hasn't seen that weight, or has he ever seen that weight since he's left Strongman?
No, even when he was let's say doing that meet where he got 1 ton and 100 kilos overall, Like he was pretty conditioned. He did that basically because he was bored of strongman probably, and he tried to prove the point to all these powerlifting guys that strongmen can do powerlifting, and they can do pretty well, and he proved it. And I believe Graham Hicks is
right behind him in the records.
In the records as well. So now he is trying to prove everyone that he can take 2 years off and basically come back and just smash the world record within the year.
Yeah.
I think a lot of probably people are rooting against him, especially
powerlifters
who like who does that guy thinks he is, you know, coming into the sport and he's saying like, look, I did a bit of boxing, I didn't really love the sport, so now I'm gonna come back into powerlifting, smash the record, and then the next year I'll come back into strongman and I'm gonna dominate the strongman. We'll see. Like it's a great sort of way to put a lot of pressure on yourself, you know. And Thor, I know he'll probably be able to handle that pressure.
Like, you know,
he's very disciplined guy. He's freakishly strong, and now he's 33 years of age, 34 years of age. So he's kind of peaking. His body's peaking when it comes to strength, and you never know. Maybe he'll prove everyone wrong, and me included, because I think he can't break that record. Yeah.
So another person that's putting a lot of pressure on themselves is Eddie Hall when it comes to the bodybuilding side.
Yeah.
Like Eddie Hall currently sitting probably 170 kilos, around that mark.
Probably around 170.
And in his videos, he's basically saying he's going to bulk to 180 kilos and then start his cut for bodybuilding.
Yeah. I don't know when Eddie's planning on stepping on stage. In 2 years' time, in 3 year times, he doesn't give anyone the time.
He doesn't say what competition he's going to compete in.
Yes. So from what I understand, from what we're seeing on social media platforms, lots of bodybuilders saying he doesn't need to go up to 180 kilos to that 400 pounds mark, because then he will be even more. He will have even more sort of fat to trim.
Yeah, more body fat to kind of take off him, as well
to
as
get rid of it.
Whatever he has at the moment.
So everyone, from what I understand, all the bodybuilding world, like advising him to start diet or to start
body recomposition.
Straight away. Basically, now he doesn't. He won't be able to gain more muscle. You know,
like he's strong.
Yeah, he's
strong,
already have that muscle. He already has that. The size that he thinks that he needs. So now for him it's all about going on a diet and slowly starting to strip all that excessive weight down, and the midsection is the biggest probably problem for him. And because in bodybuilding they're all talking about that V taper shape,
the Dorito, the upside down Dorito.
Yes. So everybody's talking about that, and Eddie has pretty blocky midsection. So it's probably the biggest issue for him is going to be this. His calves are massive. His arms, they're not as well. They're not
the bicep injuries and stuff.
So how that will affect, then as well when you step in on stage, in my opinion, that's my opinion. You know, I don't really like when bodybuilders have a lot of tattoos. You know, I think that's
kind of covers the muscle of it.
Yes, that covers a bit. And Eddie has a good bit of that going on,
especially around the biceps.
Yeah, and so I hope that Eddie will take that journey seriously.
Yeah,
and because when you're on the top of your game, like Eddie is and Thor is. There will be a lot of criticisms coming their way.
The spotlight is on you.
Yes, So I hope that Eddie will take that seriously, and he will be 100% when it comes to bodybuilding on the day. You know, because if he won't, a lot of people will.
It'll show that he's not putting in the effort.
Yeah,
like we're saying, these are two big names when it comes to the world of strongman, trying their hands at two different sports. Hafthor Bjornsson with powerlifting and Eddie Hall with bodybuilding. One thing that's been racking our minds is the weight side of it.
Yes.
So Hafthor Bjornsson, like we were saying, in 2018 was 197.5. We know he took the weight cut when it came to boxing. He went down to the 140 mark. Like Eddie Hall at the moment, 170, wanting to go to 180. So the biggest things we want to know is that what do you think they're going to be when they're stepping on stage?
Yes.
When it comes to Hafthor Bjornsson with the powerlifting platform, when it comes to Eddie Hall with his bodybuilding stage.
I think Hafthor have to be close to 200 again. I think someone said it that he's planning on being at 185 kilos, I believe.
It's going to have to be more.
Yeah, I think he will need to be very heavy in order to push that weight.
Yeah.
Really heavy.
And Eddie Hall, then the other side of it is going to probably be in the 130s mark, we think, roughly.
Yes, I think so. He needs to be in his 30s. I want to see actually Eddie in his 130. Even when he was doing boxing, he went down only to 145, 147, wasn't it?
Like so he's another 15 kilos on top of that.
Yes. So he needs to get down to 130. And I think that's the weight because Terry Hollands
was around that weight.
Yes, he was around 135 or 134 kilos on the stage, ripped.
Yeah, Terry Hollands is 6'6".
Yes, Terry is tall. He's 6'6", and I think Eddie's 6'2.5".
It's around that,
yeah. So he's around that. So he will need to be even lighter than Terry. You know, when you're always that big, you have
food,
and then you suddenly have to trim down, and then people looking at you saying, "What's wrong with you? Are you sick? You know, why are your cheekbones sticking out?" And like, I want to see can Eddie take that.
The main thing is we want to know what you at home think. So let us know in the comment section down below what Hafthor's weight on the platform is going to be and Eddie Hall's on-stage weight is going to be. So that's the video. Like always, if you've made it this far and you like the content, make sure to press the like button. Like I was saying, make sure to comment down below. This is racking our heads and we want to know what you think at home. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please press the subscribe button. And if you are subscribed, make sure to press the bell icon. It'll keep you up to date with everything that's Lalas Brothers. Like always, we'll see you in the next video.
See you later, guys.